going on in the Middle East. I will say there's a lot of misinformation, I feel, on both sides. But right now, President Netanyahu says he is cracking down on censorship. What do we think of censorship, and is it coming to America? I mean, the reality is we are seeing severe censorship even on the TikTok. So we could all talk about our experiences on here. I'm going to let people from the right go first, since I think there is an attack for us on the right. We just lost our TikTok again. But nevertheless, Enzo, what do you think? I think you're like the most censored man here.
I'm still baffled by what Dickhead just said. Sorry, this is the views of me, not the panel. Israel, y'all can goodbye. Did he really just say that they didn't kill Christians at all when it's well documented that they slaughtered 30 million of them? You want to talk about censorship? Okay, cool. Rewrite history then, BB. When it comes down to censorship, there is no free speech in America if the Democrats don't agree with your message. And I'm probably one of the most censored people on this panel because of what I do on TikTok. Sorry to say it. You guys on the left can't handle facts at the end of the day. You want to come up with your alternative facts and say, oh, no, that's not true. That's not true. This data, that data. No, but the data literally speaks for itself. The facts speak for itself. I've proven wrong plenty of people on the left, and I have the sources to back all my claims up. So TikTok doesn't like that. TikTok doesn't like that, and a lot of other social media companies don't like that either. Most notoriously, the Biden administration, you want to talk about censorship and dictatorship. Let's talk about the Biden administration colluding with social media companies in 2020 to censor any narratives that were not conducive to their narrative. And there's a 573-page report that came out from the House Oversight Committee on what happened with C-19, as well as Mark Zuckerberg's personal letter that he sent out speaking about the Biden administration and him speaking in front of Congress too. So censorship is absolutely terrible. We're supposed to have free speech in America. If you don't agree with what people say, it's censored now. And I don't agree with it. What's going on in the world with Israel trying to censor anybody for anything just because they don't want the real narrative to get out there when we're all smart enough, and this is probably the only thing we're all going to agree on with what I'm saying, what's really going on in Israel.
Mia, what's your thoughts on the censorship? Do you think that this is going to come to America best, being on how this is our number one partner in the Middle East?
Yeah, so censorship should be, in my opinion, censorship should be illegal. However, obviously you're in private platforms. They're allowed to do whatever they want because they're private platforms. I will say anybody that says the right doesn't get censored is being very hypocritical. We get censored the most. We get doxxed the most. I mean, some of the biggest creators I know with millions of followers are right, and they get doxxed all the time. Even in the Black TikTok community, so many people get doxxed when they say, hey, we need family values, which somehow is super alt-right conservative, I guess. Censorship should be illegal, and honestly, Israel is cracking down because they know they're in the wrong, because other countries are coming out and recognizing Palestine as their own entity, and they're catching a lot of heat. However, a little random factoid, in 1929, the radio waves and the music release changed frequencies. And you know who the small hat people got to write the letter to the conference in 1929? Joseph Goebbels from Germany. The Israeli people got to write to him and said, hey, I need you to go talk at this music conference because we need the music frequencies to go from healing waves to what we have now. So in 1929, they changed the radio waves and the frequency. Anybody that's a music producer that's taken music history can tell you this. So in 1929, they got Joseph Goebbels to speak in front of all of these people to change the music waves. And then what do you know? We roll into World War II. So it's just interesting that Israel happens to be everywhere that bad stuff happens. And I'll land with that.
Oh, Lord, how do we follow up with that? I'm going to let Kamal go next. Kamal, what's your thoughts on the censorship?
I ain't gonna lie. Today's episode real spicy. God dang.
I mean, but is it any spicier than the one you were on?
Exactly.
Yo, come on. Can we talk about,
Exactly.
yo,
I'm looking at
that Kamal represented the conservatives. Kamal is not a conservative. I can't
told
believe
him
it had you there. You were a conservative on that panel. Did you know that?
Look,
Conservative now.
I may lean a little bit more conservative, but I am apolitical.
I know.
I'm noticing that. God damn. And look, this is a second time today. I'm about to agree with Enzo. Man, am I turning to MAGA man? What the hell is going on?
Bro.
Come to the dark side. I've already converted. All right, listen. I already converted one liberal. I got one liberal onto MAGA now. Shout out to Sen.
Oh my goodness. But I will say, because being on the new party, I've been learning more about this issue. And bruh is talking out his ass. We see videos of children being starved out. That's why I'm like, damn, bruh out here telling a bold-faced fucking lie to us with a straight-ass face. I'm like, damn. But why should I be surprised? Shit, today we talked about Destiny showing penis pics and all time. Like, hey, I'm just not surprised no more at anything at this point.
Oh no.
I'm just not surprised. Good Lord. Wow. But I am loving the spiciness on this panel today.
I'm not. We need to be
F all that. I'm loving it because we had a certain somebody on here saying, man, this was wrong with black people. We always arguing against each other and we doing this and doing that.
Who said that?
Who you? The
the Coon Denise.
Now, he literally said, all we do is black people, we argue. And right now, I'm seeing.
It's non-blacks arguing right now.
Hey. I'm just saying. I'm gonna let somebody else speak, but I'm just sitting here taking notes.
Yo, side note, Kamal was on a panel with liberal whites tonight, and they all admitted that they like singing using the N-word. Did they not? Kamal. They all said they don't see it's wrong to use the N-word. I just want to point to everybody watching how evil some of these liberals are. I'm sorry, it's facts. They're the most racist ones, but we'll go back.
What'd you say? What was your response? I would have been like,
Kamal was mad. You could see his face.
I was listening a lot because a lot of the white liberals on there, and like it was like one black conservative on there that was kind of, but I was like, one of them was like, just say it with nobody around. I'm like, oh Lord. And she listened to Eminem. She was like, I know she be saying.
She's like, I do it when I'm by myself. I don't see it's wrong. Anyways, there was no censorship on that panel. Gray, what's your thoughts? What do you think about the censorship? Is it coming to a TikTok, YouTube, Instagram near you?
Well, of course, because it just happened to Danae on the TikTok. And I think if more left-wing people like ran a TikTok like that, they might see what happens to people on the right. But the issue with the people on the right is that their side, it may not be a small content creator like someone that's just reacting to Nick Fuentes or reacting to Alex Jones. Those people shouldn't have to go through all that stuff. But people with these big platforms that just spread massive information, I understand why that happens. But yes, I do feel like it's unfair to just a smaller content creator, someone just trying to get monetized, trying to get by, compared to someone with a large platform.
Yeah. Before I let the ladies respond, I'm going to play this really quick. Megyn Kelly and MTG were on, and we'll react to it. Ties into this topic. Pretty much Megyn Kelly brings up a good point that she feels like it's a lot of propaganda coming out of Palestine, and we do need to present both sides. So I'm going to play this clip real quick.
No, you have nothing against Israel.
Oh, gosh, no.
Never mind Jews. Yeah. That's all a lie. But
right.
And I see the beatdowns coming. Like, you're not allowed. Like, you have to stay right on this lily pad.
Yes.
And you cannot jump to another neighboring lily pad because it could take you all the way down the river away. That's so right. I'm very interested in this dynamic.
Yeah. Well, I find it fascinating that you're getting asked more and more and more. I've been asked more and more and more. Well, you're a person of very big influence. You've got a big voice. You've got a large audience. They also take a lot of influencers. They invite tons of influencers.
Many of whom have invited me. Like, we're all going together. And will you come? Like, they seem to be coming at me from a number of ways, which only really kind of raises my hackles. Like, I'm not going. I'm going to stay right here. I can cover this conflict from here, and I don't wish to be wooed by any side. I actually don't wish to be
Well, are you
persuaded.
Have you been invited by any other foreign country?
No.
Okay, that's the part, right? So we have tons of lobbyists foreign countries lobbyists that come to Washington D.C. Pretty much every country has some sort of representative. They have an ambassador they send to Washington. It's naturally in their interest. We can understand that. They also are required to register under FARA. It's a law. They have to register as a foreign agent, a foreign lobbyist. That is required. It's extremely important. Here's the difference with AIPAC. AIPAC is not registered under FARA, under this law that requires anyone coming to lobby a member of Congress or a senator or department of the government and the federal government on behalf of another country. So AIPAC argues, oh, but we're Americans. Yes, they are Americans, but they are coming to Congress and to the federal government asking on behalf of the country of Israel. And I fully agree with you, Megan. We are not against Israel. We are all for their right to defend themselves, just as we are for any Jewish person on campus. Just as I think, we could talk about young white males in high school that are constantly getting beat up.
Yeah.
Guess what? They should have a right to defend themselves too, and people should stand up for them as well. We think anybody that is a victim should be able to defend themselves. However, Israel is the only country I know of that has some sort of incredible influence and control over nearly every single one of my colleagues. And it is, I don't know how to explain it.
I mean, I believe it just given the amount of reach out I've had in this position. And I don't vote on anything,
Yeah.
And if I had taken money, I could.
So pretty much that clip right there, people are turning on Megyn Kelly. They say she's now part of the woke right. However, I apologize, I didn't get the part, but pretty much she was saying that in her opinion, she's been reporting on Israel for the Israel-Palestine issues for many years. And she feels that a lot of the things coming out of Palestine are propaganda. She thinks that they're the best PR people in the world. And she said that she'll be told a number and then she'll find out the number is really different. Velma, how I actually saw you was on the Opinionated Girls Live. And I do respect, even though we don't agree necessarily eye to eye on the whole issue, I do respect her because I feel like she's fighting for her people. And I get that. And it is very sad and disgusting what happened on October 7th. So I'll lead with that. What is your thoughts on that clip? Do you think that we should go in the direction of censorship, or should we allow free opinions regarding the issue?
Allow free opinions. I don't think that we should be stopping anybody from giving their own opinion. Now, what I saw as far as whenever Israel sent over, the rocket, whenever they're ceasefire, and then Trump was like, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. I have to go back biblically, because the Israelite people were never an obedient people, ever. You got them going through the wilderness and they're like, oh my God, God. And you got Moses praying for them. You know what I mean? Hey, yo, dude, Lord, please help them. And then you got them doing all this over again. And it's a cycle and it's a cycle and it's a cycle. So in reality, yes, Israel is showing their hand, but Israel has enough power to defend themselves. Why should we keep funding something when people are in love with the government? They're not in love with their faith. You can go to Jerusalem and you can see all these things. You can see where Jesus walked and, oh my goodness, this is where Jesus walked. Yeah, that's great. But do you really have to physically see it when the kingdom of heaven should be in you already? And that's where you have the difference of, okay, yes, I understand these are God's people, but at the same time, I have to see the reality of it. There's good and bad. There's good Jews and there's bad Jews.
Velma, I'm surprised to hear you say this. That's your homie. He was on her live.
Well, this is the thing.
She be going hard, and I respect her. I do respect her.
We get along, all that stuff, and
she
went over there, and we talked all that stuff, and she knows a lot, a lot of things, and yeah, it's very sad what happened. I'm not for Hamas, but I believe that they can defend themselves if they got that Krav Maga stuff going on. Yeah.
Damn. All right, Velma. I wasn't expecting this. I'm like, oh man, should I do this topic? I don't know how she gonna feel.
And this is the thing. I've gotten asked, because I wear a Jewish star with my cross, right?
Mhm.
And most people are like, well, why do you do that? Well, because here's the thing, Jesus was a Jew. Don't forget that Jesus still is a Jew. That doesn't mean that the people are not bad,
True.
because Jesus was perfect. So that's why we're on top of that. People like controversy, all that stuff. People just get it. So
All right, skeptic. Should we be having the censorship? What are your thoughts?
Well, I think we're already having the censorship. Like, if we're honest, we've already seen students be deported because they spoke against Israel and said what's going on in Palestine is wrong, what's going on in Gaza. So I think the most important thing to understand is that we have an agreement with Israel where we're giving them billions of dollars, like 3 point something billions of dollars a year. Like, it's crazy the amount of money that we put into this country. And it's almost like they feel entitled, like America has to do this. I also think that the same argument that's made for like racism, it doesn't get applied when it comes to Israel for whatever the reason. Like, they say, oh, why don't we just forget about what happened here in America with Jim Crow? Well, we cannot forget what happened in the H cause. Like, we have to continuously talk about that. We have to continuously fund billions of dollars, but we can't pay reparations. Like, it's just kind of like a crazy double standard. And I think that the fact that we're even talking about freedom of speech, like, that's even a question that we're giving them, this is crazy. Like, we don't hold the same standard that we do for another community for whatever the reason.
I fully agree with you. I think we found a topic we all agree on, guys. Like, whoa, let's go for the unity on the panel. All right, guys, it's gonna be the last fiery topic of the night. I'm gonna let Gray Mars and Kamal go first. Our FBAs on the panel, but nevertheless, are we erasing slavery? This is probably gonna be the spiciest